Good morning, everyone. It is I, Gina Louisa. Namaste. Today is May 2nd, and today I'm here to talk to you about the difference between manifesting and daydreaming. You know? Okay. There are those of us who, when we talk, when we say stuff, when we think, I see like this and I see it like this and this is what I'm going to do. And okay. And then other people say, oh, yeah. Isn't that what? Do they pat us on the head like we're crazy? But we're not crazy, okay? We're not just daydreaming like a child, pretending. A lot of children, they're not pretending either. When children say stuff, they're, they're, they're plotting out their course of life sometimes. Just like, moo, ah, okay? When I say stuff, you know, I'm not just saying to say. I mean, I'm not just daydreaming with no intentions, okay? When I say something, I have every intention in this life of carrying it out. I'm like a water, okay? I'm going that way. And whatever in my way, I'm gonna go over it, under it, around it. You know what I'm saying? That's just, or I'll smash through it, because that's what water does. It flows, okay? And Gina Louisa, and those things that come from God through Gina Louisa to get into this real world. You know, I'm not just pretending. You know, like people sometimes, when I say stuff, people say, "Oh yeah, that's a great idea. We'll do that." They really have no intention of ever doing anything. Like people will just sit there for their whole lives, and I know I could. Yeah, I could. I got all the whole reason. I really could do that, and they never do anything. Happens all the time. Yeah, wouldn't that be cool? That would be great. But not one step toward actually accomplishing it. When I think of things, like I got so much in my head. Right? I want to accomplish it. I want it done like but I also have patience and I also have wisdom. So like, okay, when I say I want it done yesterday, because in my head I already jumped like 30 years in the future. You know what I'm saying? I can see, oh wow, that has potential. You know what I'm saying? Like fruit trees, okay? Everybody thinks I'm crazy, but fruit trees is food. Fruit trees is, oh my God. You know how many peaches are on a peach tree? You know how many portions of really nice something like peach melba I can make? You know what I'm saying? You think Gina Louise is not crazy? Gina Louise is, savvy, you know, and not like one of the. I have a cartoon. I have a cartoon. Right? It's a town full of people, and one of them, his name is Mino Savi. And we call him Mino Savi. Oh, because he's not too bright. He thinks he's Native American, but he's not. He's like so white, it's not even funny. Blonde hair, blue eyes, white skin. And he thinks he's this master carpenter, but his place is like so funny. But anyway, I call him Mino Savi. But anyway, uh, anyway, because I really do intend to make this cartoon. I mean, like it's not like I'm just daydreaming. I got a whole town, slew of characters. I've got scenes. I got enough material to once I little by little by little take the steps it's gonna take for me to see my the fruition. The fruition. You see what I'm saying? Like like I have rock operas in here. Real good ones. Like remember rock operas that would get us all My God. Yeah, I have things like that. Not like I gave you some ideas of things that I have like to tag on. It's a all new and fresh idea, but to tag onto things that already existed. But I also have ideas of things that they've never existed before, and I don't really want to say too much because it's an onset of something new, of something fresh, of something to sweep us all up into it again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Make it like my original music to get us. There's so much more that's gonna happen. I just put out little crumbs. But those ones too, to get us all swept up into the one that says my movie on it. Yeah, you know, because hell will get off of my planet. We're sending it on its way. Because hell is going to get off of my planet and be grateful if you get to stay. Be grateful if you get to stay on the heaven that we're creating. Right? Because we're not just daydreaming. We are making a new... I say it all the time when I type on everything. It's like, oh, why is it this way? Oh, why is it that way? Because you know why? Because we tolerate it. I don't tolerate it. You don't see it that way in my life. But it's humanity has been we've been asleep. It's really not our fault, okay? But while we were asleep, the demons said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna trick you." Well, we're very, very young as a collective consciousness. We were like a little 12-year-old. I don't know. Okay. And then we went to a 12-year-old. We went from a 12-year-old girl to being led to a 12-year-old boy to say, I'm going to destroy everything. I'll fuck it up. And now we're back into the feminine energy, but it's no longer a little girl. She's a woman now. It's not humanity's fault the way it is, but that's the way it's been, okay? Been very, very asleep, and let the lies of lack and control you with a coin and look a shiny over here and don't do anything for yourself. Let everybody do it for you. Get rid of all of that. Don't see your true worth. Your worth is only what we stamp on you. No matter what true worth you have. If they say you're only worth so much an hour, that's your worth. Kush doink. You know what I'm saying? And then you, how am I ever going to get a girlfriend like that when I can't make enough money? How am I ever going to, I'll never own anything. Christmas, might as well. Women too, they say, oh my God. I'm so ugly. I need to dye my hair, strip off whatever God gave me, and try painting something new on because they tell me I'm awful and ugly. And this is what you need to do. And don't buy into any of that, okay? Like sometimes when I look at these videos, I see the color of my lips, and I see the eyelashes, and I say to myself, wow, it looks like I have makeup on, right? But that's just the natural hue. God gives us a natural hue. Hello, And then, pharmaceuticals come in and try to let's make it different. Let's make it better. And there's no better. There's no such thing as better, right? All they're trying to do is pack on something false over the true magic you really have. They're like, true magic. Cover that shit up. We don't want anybody to see true magic. We want people. Let's just put on a fake mask. Let's be as fake as we can be. Let's teach them how to accept fakeness. It's our toleration of fakeness. It's our toleration of evil. It's our toleration of, if a dog came up and shit on your pillow, would you tolerate that? You know what I'm saying? Or anything, a bird. Do we tolerate? No, we stop it from happening. We make sure that things like that don't happen. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to let society shit all over your cozy life. Hey, these rules, they didn't, what the hell does any rule that existed before I existed, okay? Right, for one, this is me and my deal with God, and then here's my onset of my existence. What do you mean I have to adhere to a bunch of stupidity that came before me by a bunch of other people who are dead now, or I don't care. None of that matters to me. Okay, your deal with your God or whatever it is, how you conduct your life, unless it starts interfering how I conduct my life. Unless hey, I can't let you do that. Hey, I can't let you do that. I I can't let you do that, okay? When I do like this, da, and da, and da, because my heart, okay, my mind, okay, here we go, my mind, and my guts, huh? And from this side of me, everything that is this side of me, and everything that is this side of me, huh? We, we, we have compasses inside of us. Okay, so when you do this, everything I think, and everything my guts, and everything that I hold back with one side and give with the other. Okay, everything about me says, crosses my heart. Eh? I gotta do something about what I see going on, and so, yeah, God said, okay, Gina Louise, I made you to flap them gums of yours. I made you to talk. And you know what else God made me to do? To be, He wants you to look. He made me something to look at. Right? Because I'm not just call myself a goddess. How many women call yourself a goddess? Oh my God. or divine or whatever. And look at you. Makeup. How could you call yourself a goddess and use makeup? The two things don't coincide. And you can't call yourself a goddess before you've become one. Okay? Shaman. I use those words, goddess and shaman, because I don't really know how else to describe myself. Christ. One of a Christ consciousness, a goddess, because that's what we're supposed to do, right? We're supposed to take that Christ consciousness inside ourselves and become God or goddess ourselves, divine. Live it through ourselves. And that doesn't mean, okay, now I'm going to buff my fingernails and no, just the opposite. That means this world is mine, okay? I must have my dress on backwards because it's funny. No, I don't. It's just the way it does it. I don't know. Anyway. Okay. But the world is mine. You know what I'm saying? When I look at this whole big world, it's ours. We're in a great big play out. It's ours. Everything is here. It's ours. And then we're watching people pour chemicals into our rivers. Constantly. Ruining and poisoning our land, For what? And they're saying they're making chemicals for us. They're not. They're ruining and poisoning everything. The only fertilizer we really need is grow comfrey, okay? And let the animals walk around and graze and poop like they do, There's no birds around to poop on anything anymore. There's no anything anymore in nature, The woods were filled, back in the days. They're the pioneer days when they show you those pioneer movies. What they don't show you is there was so much game in the woods. You could trip over it, right? It was always something. You couldn't walk anywhere without squishing an egg with your foot. It was very, very abundant, okay? And they don't show you that. They outlawed abundance. They took it all out of the woods and put it in little pens and made it all sick and filthy. But in my head, it's all back in the woods, okay? And I'm not kidding. I'm not daydreaming. No, this is the way it's going to be. This is the future. The way it is going to be. Because that's how we're making it happen. Okay, this is just the new wave. And anything that's what? No, hang on to money, greed, falseness, lies and filth. Greed, falseness, lies and filth. Goodbye, greed, falseness, lies and filth. We're heading to freshness and friendliness and abundance, right? For everyone. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Oh, happy herds meandering through orchards and groves and gardens. The smiles twinkling in every eye seen, like my poem Envision, you know? Ah, yeah, because I envision it. Envisioning is manifesting. I'm just daydreaming, you know? And if anybody pat you on the head and say, that's nice, you say, no, wait a minute. Go fucking, don't you condescend me, okay? You, condescending person, what have you accomplished? You know what I'm saying? I manifest. I don't just talk about it, I do. And that's what's happening into the world, okay? I'm not lying. And I'm not wanting anything in this world except more of this. Okay, in this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. When I say namaste, it's because I want to see this. Okay, this is what I don't see. I don't see this. I don't see, and I don't see. Am I not fake? Oh, look at me! I can fake shine. So you can't fake shine. You have to shine. You know what I'm saying? It's your communion with God. You have to go through it first, okay? You have to go through it. It takes a lot of inner reflection in every single moment, okay? Don't think you have to sit there like the lunch, which I love. I know, can I get back far enough to do it? Like, you know, you push your legs like this. Let me see if I can show you. Oh, like, and I've done all that, as you can see. Ooh. I've done all that, thinking I'm going to get somewhere, you know. And when I got was flexible. I do, I do it every day. I do my stretching and all of that. But it's when you get all of that's important. Years and years and years of knowing where to connect to. But once you connect to that spot, it's like not, you don't lose it then as you go about your day. You stay there in that spot. Like that dream that sort of lingers with you all day long. I can kind of put my finger on it like Mercury almost. But if I don't try to put my finger on it, I can look at it once in a while. Like, you know, you Mercury, you can't put your finger on it, but but you can look at it, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it's like with the magic, okay? You can't quite put your finger on it, but you can keep it in focus. Okay, when I say I see these cartoons and I see rock operas and I see these wonderful things unfolding in life for all of you, you know, for everyone, for all of us. I can't wait to see them myself. Even though I see them in here, I don't see them performed. I can't hear your wonderful voices doing them. I just love, like, every person to me is like it's like a plant, you know, like a flower, like a kitten, like, you know what I'm saying? I can see your awesome potential, and when it comes to like actors and voice actors and I paint with you these wonderful stories. I can't wait. Oh, and performers, all of you performers, like, you know, visual performers and dancers and singers, and when you open your voices and I hear you, it's just like, oh, it's so wonderful to me. I love it when people open up their voices to me, with me, or for me, and when I'm in the room. You know, I just love it. I want to take all our potentials, not just my potential, but everyone's potential. Okay, I want to open it all up. And God says I'm the crest of the wave, you know, and that's why I burst forth with everything I got. Because I'm the crest of the wave. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if, you know, if I'm the new role model for women, that's good because I eat right and I take care of my body. And you know, the reason that I stand and I don't slouch. Okay, because I know how energy moves, you know? I know what my body looks like when it's all slouched. I look like a potato. But when I stretch it all out and stay that way, my energy flows perfectly. And I stay healthy. When I squish it all up and I lay there and I get fat in the middle and my energy doesn't flow. But it's just like that one thing. Shoulders back, like military stance, shoulders back, you know. And stomach in. Don't let it plop out. But you don't have to hold it in so you're gonna hurt yourself. But be mindful that you're in two pieces. You get the top half and the bottom half. And when you hold yourself in the middle at your belly button, that's what guys used to be. Kind of like balance, almost as if you're gonna stick, because you do. You got your spine, your kundalini energy, And if you hold yourself in it, it's a thing to do. It's a simple thing to do for everyone, To say, hey, wait a minute, I'm slouching. I'm not in my divine energy. Wait a minute. Oh, back in there. And just something tiny to do, okay? Here's Gina Luisa helping. Don't just daydream it, okay? Live it in every moment and you manifest it. Okay, here we are. Manifest with me.